My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever felt the stinging pain of betrayal from someone you trusted with your whole heart? You shared your deepest secrets with them. You gave them your time and your energy. You thought they would be by your side forever. Then one day the reality changed entirely. The mask fell off completely. The person you thought was a loyal friend became a total stranger. Sometimes they even became an enemy. The heartbreak in that exact moment is truly profound and overwhelming. It feels like a massive heavy weight pressing down on your chest. You start to deeply question your own judgment. You ask yourself repeatedly where you went wrong. You wonder how you could have been so blind to their true nature. My brothers and sisters in faith, please listen to me carefully today. This pain is very real. Your feelings are completely valid and normal. But you must deeply understand that this sudden heartbreak is not a punishment from above. It is a profound act of divine protection. Allah sees what you absolutely cannot see. Allah hears the quiet whispers that happen behind closed doors. He knows the true hidden intentions buried deep within the hearts of people. Sometimes we are so blinded by our intense love for someone that we completely ignore the obvious red flags. We constantly make excuses for their bad behavior. We hold on to incredibly toxic relationships because we simply fear being alone. But the Creator of the heavens and the earth loves you way too much to leave you in such harm. When He forcefully removes someone from your life, it is a massive rescue mission. You might be crying desperately over the temporary loss. You might be begging endlessly for them to just stay. But the Almighty is actually saving you from a terrible disaster you know absolutely nothing about. This is exactly why you must always trust the perfect divine wisdom. There is an incredibly beautiful verse in the noble Quran that brings immense comfort to a painfully broken heart. Allah tells us clearly that perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you. And perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah knows while you know not. Let those powerful words sink deeply into your tired soul today. You truly loved that friend. You desperately wanted them in your future life. You thought losing them was the absolute worst possible outcome. But Allah fully knew that their continued presence was slowly destroying your inner peace. He clearly saw their hidden bitter envy or their complete lack of genuine loyalty. He knew they would eventually lead you far away from your faith or your life goals. So He gently broke your heart just to completely save your soul. He swiftly removed the toxic hidden root before it could ever poison your entire beautiful garden. We must always remember the profound, timeless guidance given by our beloved Prophet Muhammad. He wisely taught us that a person is on the religion of his close friend. Therefore, you must carefully consider who you take as a close friend. This is a very serious and urgent warning for all of us. The daily company you keep actively shapes your entire mindset. It heavily influences your daily habits and your overall spiritual state. If Allah deliberately removed a friend from your inner circle, it means their influence was simply no longer safe for you. The fake friends were heavily holding you back from reaching your true potential. They were actively draining your precious spiritual energy every single day. Now, the quiet space they left behind is absolutely not a sad void of permanent loneliness. It is a beautifully cleared path for much better company. It is an empty, clean vessel waiting patiently to be filled with genuine love and sincere connections. Do not ever mourn the painful loss of people who were only ever meant to be a temporary harsh lesson. Wipe your sad tears right now and thank the Almighty for His endless perfect mercy. He finally exposed the fake friends so you could actually see the clear truth. This is the beautiful beginning of a profound healing journey. You are now completely free to walk confidently towards a much brighter and peaceful future. My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever noticed how some people only call you when it is pouring rain in their own lives? They come to you completely broken, and you generously give them all your sunshine. You patiently listen to their endless complaints. You offer them your shoulder to cry on without any hesitation. But the very moment your own sky gets heavily dark and you desperately need a friend, they suddenly disappear into thin air. You eagerly look around for the hand you held so tightly in their difficult times. But you tragically find yourself standing entirely alone in the cold. This specific painful realization hurts much deeper than any physical wound. It makes you feel completely used and deeply unappreciated. You seriously wonder if your natural kindness was actually a massive weakness. You ask yourself constantly if being a genuinely good person is simply a terrible mistake in today's selfish world. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, please do not ever regret your pure heart. Your sincere kindness is a beautiful, shining reflection of your deep faith. It is absolutely never a flaw or a foolish weakness. When people take unfair advantage of your naturally good nature, it clearly reveals their deeply broken character. It absolutely does not reflect anything bad about you. You are genuinely acting purely for the sake of the Almighty. You are beautifully fulfilling the noble rights of human companionship. But those people were secretly carrying toxic hidden agendas in their hearts. They were constantly plotting to selfishly take your bright light. They were giving you absolutely nothing but dark, heavy shadows in return. This is exactly where the profound divine intervention forcefully happens. This is exactly where the Almighty gently steps in to fiercely protect your soft soul. The glorious Quran beautifully and powerfully reminds us that they plan, and Allah plans, and Allah is indeed the absolute best of planners. Those fake friends foolishly thought they could continuously use you forever. They arrogantly assumed you would never ever see through their extremely clever disguises. But the Almighty saw every single hidden corrupt motive. He perfectly planned their sudden, abrupt exit from your daily life. He did this long before they could completely destroy your naturally trusting nature. The sudden forced departure of these specific people is actually a massive spiritual victory for you. It is a profound divine filter working actively and constantly in your favor. True friendship in our beautiful religion is a very sacred and deeply honored bond. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad beautifully and clearly explained this high standard to us. He wisely taught that a true believer to another true believer is exactly like a solid, strong building. One part strongly supports and firmly holds up the other part. A completely fake friend does the exact opposite of this incredibly noble prophetic standard. Instead of strongly supporting your walls, they secretly remove your foundational bricks. Instead of actively building you up, they silently tear you down with their deeply hidden jealousy. They smile so warmly to your innocent face while secretly wishing for your ultimate sad downfall in their dark hearts. Allah simply loves you way too much to ever let your beautiful building completely collapse. He forcefully removed those unstable, dangerous bricks so you can successfully rebuild your life. You can now rebuild it with incredibly solid and honest foundations. The newly empty seats at your dinner table are absolutely not a sad sign of your personal failure. They are a profoundly clear sign of active divine protection. You are finally safe from the quiet, toxic whispers of deep envy. You are completely secure from the silent daily backbiting that quickly ruins your good deeds. You must actively embrace this newly found quiet peace with a deeply grateful and happy heart. The Almighty is intentionally making empty room in your precious life. He is clearly preparing a beautiful space for the right, honest people. These new people will truly value your precious inner light and your sincere friendship. And before we move to the next reminder, I ask you kindly, if this touched your heart even a little, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and write a comment below. Tell me where in the world you are listening from. My beloved brothers and sisters, you tried absolutely everything to keep the friendship group tightly together. You constantly compromised your own personal boundaries just to keep the peace. You stayed completely quiet when they subtly disrespected your core values. You honestly thought your endless patience meant simply accepting their ongoing bad treatment. You convinced yourself that true loyalty required suffering and total silence. But true patience in Islam is never about letting toxic people destroy your inner peace. The Almighty sees your silent daily suffering very clearly. He perfectly watches how you completely exhaust yourself for people who simply do not care. They take your endless generosity completely for granted. They openly mock your sincere efforts behind your back. When Allah forcefully removes these harmful people from your daily life, you naturally feel a deep sudden emptiness. This sudden quiet isolation is absolutely not a harsh divine punishment. It is actually a very beautiful and highly necessary divine retreat. Allah deeply wants your undivided attention for a little while. He intentionally wants to heal the deeply broken parts of your fragile heart. He actively removes the loud worldly noise so you can finally hear His gentle guidance. When you feel entirely abandoned by the whole world, you must remember the incredibly beautiful words of the glorious Quran. Allah tells us clearly and powerfully that sufficient for us is Allah, and He is the best disposer of affairs. This is a truly profound and timeless promise of ultimate divine support. You absolutely do not need a massive popular circle of fake friends to be completely secure in this life. You truly only need the pure love and the absolute pleasure of your Creator. He is fully capable of perfectly managing all your complicated worldly affairs. He is truly more than enough for your lonely and tired heart. Handing your completely broken friendships over to Him brings an immediate and lasting spiritual relief. People very often wonder why seemingly strong connections fade away so suddenly. You might still share the exact same city or the same daily workplace, but your hearts suddenly feel thousands of miles apart from each other. There is a deeply profound spiritual reason for this exact painful phenomenon. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad beautifully and clearly explained the unseen spiritual reality of human connections. He wisely taught us that human souls are exactly like conscripted soldiers in the unseen realm. The souls that naturally recognize each other will effortlessly and quickly come together. But the souls that deeply disagree with each other will eventually and permanently separate. Your pure and sincere souls simply could not connect with their heavily deceitful souls anymore. As your personal faith grew much stronger every day, the unseen spiritual gap between you became extremely wide. Your sensitive heart is actively and constantly seeking the bright light of divine guidance. Their dark hearts are actively chasing the completely fleeting illusions of this temporary world. Therefore, a total and permanent separation was absolutely inevitable from the very beginning. It was intricately woven into the very fabric of your ultimate spiritual destiny. You must completely stop trying to forcefully repair a broken connection that heaven has already totally rejected. Do not ever waste another precious tear on shallow relationships that constantly drain your valuable spiritual energy. The Almighty is gently and firmly redirecting your deep natural love towards a much higher and purer purpose. He is actively clearing your immediate physical surroundings just to fiercely protect your mental and spiritual peace. The heavy quietness you deeply feel right now is actually the beautiful, soothing sound of true spiritual healing. It is the absolute perfect environment for you to finally reconnect deeply with your merciful Lord. You are standing exactly where you are supposed to be at this very critical moment in your life. My beloved brothers and sisters, we often mourn the loss of people who secretly wanted to see us fail. We cry over the departure of individuals who brought nothing but drama and anxiety into our peaceful homes. You must look very closely at the life you are living right now. Since they walked away, a strange and beautiful quiet has settled over your daily routine. You are no longer constantly stressed about pleasing someone who is impossible to satisfy. You are no longer anxiously waiting for the next argument or the next subtle insult. This newfound peace is a direct gift from your deeply loving Creator. He replaced your constant anxiety with a soothing calmness. He traded your chaotic circles for a beautiful and structured silence. This is the exact moment you must realize that their absence is actually your biggest blessing. You were desperately trying to hold on to a heavy anchor while you were trying to swim towards your bright future. The Almighty simply cut the heavy rope to save you from drowning completely. He saw that their continuous presence was slowly pulling you into a deep state of spiritual darkness. They were making you doubt your own worth and your own sanity every single day. But the glorious Quran offers us a profoundly beautiful reality to hold on to. Allah tells us clearly that Allah is the ally of those who believe. He brings them out from darknesses into the light. Reflect deeply on this immense and powerful promise today. Your fake friends were completely wrapping your mind in the heavy darkness of doubt and sadness. They were actively pulling you away from the bright light of your faith and your ultimate purpose. So your supreme ally gracefully stepped in to guide you back to the shining light. He completely removed the source of your daily darkness without you even asking for it. This is exactly how the ultimate protector lovingly cares for his sincere servants. You must never allow your pure heart to become bitter or completely closed off after such a painful experience. It is very easy to build massive walls around your soul and refuse to ever trust anyone again. But you must be incredibly wise and spiritually smart moving forward in your life. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad gave us a very powerful and practical piece of advice regarding our daily interactions. He wisely taught us that a true believer is never stung twice from the exact same hole. This profound wisdom completely changes how you view your past broken friendships. You have learned an incredibly valuable lesson about human nature and hidden intentions. You have seen exactly what a fake friend looks like and how they subtly operate in the shadows. You must actively use this painful knowledge to carefully protect your precious heart in the future. Do not ever let the exact same type of toxic person back into your personal inner circle. You are now fully equipped with the divine wisdom to easily spot the obvious red flags early on. You can now clearly recognize the beautiful difference between a genuine smile and a deeply fake one. This profound clarity is the ultimate reward for your patient suffering and your silent tears. The Almighty allowed you to experience the stinging pain once just to make you completely immune to it forever. Every single tear you shed over their betrayal has deeply cleansed your vision. You are no longer walking blindly through this complicated worldly life. The Almighty has granted you a very special type of spiritual sight. You can deeply feel the pure sincerity in the hearts of truly good people now. You will effortlessly attract companions who will gently remind you of your Creator. They will happily celebrate your beautiful victories and quietly wipe your sad tears. They will stand firmly beside you during the heaviest storms without ever asking for a selfish reward. This is the incredibly high caliber of friendship that heaven has completely reserved for you. You simply had to endure the painful temporary presence of the wrong people to truly appreciate the right ones. Your beautiful journey of healing is almost complete. My beloved brothers and sisters, as we reach the end of this profound reflection today, you must gently gather all the broken pieces of your beautiful heart. You must look back at this entire painful experience not with deep sorrow, but with immense spiritual gratitude. We have clearly seen how the sudden removal of toxic people is never a cruel punishment. It is always a very powerful and loving act of divine protection. We have learned that losing a fake friend creates a necessary quiet space in your daily life. This precious empty space allows you to finally hear the gentle guidance of your Creator. It perfectly prepares you to receive the genuine and honest company you truly deserve. The absolute core message you must carry with you forever is beautifully simple. Every single time a human being breaks your trust, your Lord is actively inviting you to trust Him more deeply. Every closed door in your worldly life is a beautiful path opening directly towards a much higher spiritual level. You are completely safe in the perfect and flawless plans of the Almighty. You will no longer compromise your deeply held values for anyone. You know your true worth in the perfect sight of your Creator. You are completely ready to build a beautiful life filled with highly authentic connections. The glorious Quran brings the most incredible comfort to a soul that has endured such heavy emotional storms. Allah tells us with absolute certainty that indeed with hardship comes ease. He repeats this profound divine promise to completely assure your deeply worried mind. The deep pain of sudden betrayal was the heavy hardship you had to patiently endure for a short while. But the beautiful ease is the profound peace and the crystal clear vision you possess right now. You can finally breathe easily without the constant toxic pressure of pleasing completely ungrateful people. You can peacefully sleep at night knowing your inner circle is entirely clean and deeply sincere. Let this newly found peace resonate deeply within your pure soul. Let your daily actions become a beautiful and constant echo of your deen. You are now a much stronger and a much wiser believer. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad beautifully captured this exact spiritual resilience in a very famous timeless teaching. He wisely told us how truly amazing the affair of a true believer is. He explained that absolutely everything that happens to a believer is entirely good for him. If a beautiful moment of ease comes to him, he is deeply grateful, and that is incredibly good for him. If a heavy hardship strikes him, he is deeply patient, and that is also profoundly good for him. This profound prophetic wisdom perfectly summarizes your entire painful journey with those fake friends. The painful betrayal forcefully taught you incredible patience and deep reliance on your loving Creator. Their permanent departure immediately brought you immense spiritual ease and profound gratitude. Therefore, the entire difficult experience was actually incredibly good for you from the very beginning. You are standing here today as a massive spiritual winner. Do not ever look back at the dark, cold shadows of your past anymore. Step beautifully and confidently into the bright, warm light of your incredible future. May the Almighty constantly surround you with purely sincere hearts. May He keep you fiercely protected from the unseen harm of any fake friends. May your beautiful journey ahead be filled with endless peace and true genuine love.